I do find it interesting that country music suddenly is topping all of the charts as soon as USAID is defunded.
A new conspiracy theory is popping up in MAGA media, and I have some questions. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, your home for independent and nonpartisan commentary, analysis, and more about news, politics, media, internet culture, and so much more. We're going to check in with some of the MAGA adjacent YouTubers, some of the biggest voices on the platforms and on the internet who are pushing a strange theory that honestly, like if I had my bingo card ready or if I had tried to guess where they might go next with some of the ever-evolving narratives and content, I never would have thought that they would make this claim about USAID, the now sort of defunct and shut down, and what's left of it was pushed into another organization, agency where they basically gave taxpayer money for international grant programs. And people like Elon Musk viewed it as very wasteful. Obviously, some people think that there's going to be a lot of harm from the cuts they've made to things, global health, prevention initiatives and all that. But I didn't think that anybody would make it into a rap music question or controversy, but apparently I cannot see these things coming. So Tim Pool recently tweeted, the, MAGA adjacent YouTuber, "Rap music is dead. USAID collapsed, and all of a sudden, rap music disappeared from the top charts." What? So those things are not correlated. Like, first off, it's probably just a temporary, things come and go. As we will go through, it is true that rap music has dipped off of the top charts, but I would be really shocked if rap music was gone for good. I think it'll probably pop back up in a few months from now when things inevitably swing again. But even if rap music had suddenly disappeared off the face of the earth, you're going to have to walk me through the math on this one, how that connects to USAID in any way. And they don't. They just kind of assert like, I'm just noticing these patterns, these things happened around the same time, and it's giving Candace Owens. Like, what do you mean? That's not an argument. Show me the proof or the receipts that what even is the theory that USAID was funding rap music or paying people to consume rap music or propping up the industry somehow inside the country? Well, where are the grants? Where are the receipts? Show us the money that was going there. Show us the paperwork. After all, Elon Musk went in there and got total access for his Doge team to all the USAID information. And they revealed a lot of stuff that they thought was wasteful or bad or a misuse of taxpayer dollars. But they didn't reveal anything about rap music. Surely that would be something they would want to highlight. They'd be like, wow, look at this crazy waste. So where is it? Anyway, it wasn't just Tim Pool who asserted this on his show and on social media. It was also Benny Johnson who tweeted, "Rap music has vanished from the top charts after USAID was defunded. Instead, country music has dominated for 40 straight weeks." Here is a clip of him, the very popular, for reasons unbeknownst to me, MAGA YouTuber Benny Johnson, who has survived all the rampant plagiarism scandals and allegations that haunted him early in his career to become a truly insightful figure in the world of MAGA YouTube. Let's listen to his theory about all of this.
Libtards have no response to this. It's Ella Langley, a country music superstar who sings real country music that's wholesome and American, and she loves this country, and her song about loving Texas and the romance between a man and a woman and the great state of Texas, choosing Texas is what it's called. It's the song of the summer.
I'm sorry, I have to stop. He's unironically saying, libtards. Oh, get it, guys? Libtards are so triggered. by the country music song that everyone likes. Like, I like that song. She's from Texas, I can tell by the way. Everyone, I mean, it's a very popular song. It's catchy. We like it. I don't know anything about Ella Langley, but sure, maybe she's great. I don't even know that we know her politics. He's seeming to think she's some MAGA princess or something. I guess that's possible. I have no idea. But can you show us one? You think he's going to show us one actual liberal or progressive that's upset about this song being number one? Because that sounds like something he hallucinated or made up. That doesn't sound like a real thing, or at least a remotely pervasive or widespread thing. And I'm sorry, but there's just this like childish, chud level commentary here. Ha ha, libtards mad. And it depresses my soul deeply that people eat this slop up as if it's serious political content. I mean, this man hosts major Republican lawmakers on his show every single week. He is, one of the top voices in right-wing media where people get their news and information. And he like chuds along and goes, oh, libtards, country music, oh, triggered. It's just so goofy. It's just so unserious. But surely when he makes the connection to USAID, he's going to complete it, right? He's going to flesh out some evidence behind that theory. He wouldn't just spout off and just assert things with no real proof. Of course not. Oh, wait. Anyway.
It spent 40 weeks at number one. It's dethroned Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston. And now she is the queen. Ella Langley. Choosing Texas has spent its 15th non-consecutive week at the number one on the Billboard Hot 100, making history for the 27-year-old country star. Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston dethroned, and libtards are in shambles over this. I do find it interesting that...
Sorry. Are they? I follow lots of liberal and progressive content creators, including tons of woke crazies on TikTok, and I'm regularly perusing their content to see what they're saying. The same way I follow lots of right-wing folks and far-right folks, and I watch their content as well. I must have missed it. Can you show me the seething liberals over Ella Langley's Choosing Texas song? I don't think they exist, or at least represent any sort of meaningfully widespread viewpoint or backlash or perspective. I'm open to be shown otherwise, but he hasn't shown it, and he's just asserting this, and it's like, is this not insulting to your intelligence as a viewer or to your audience to just be fed slop like this? That's not real. That they just think you're boomers and you can be easily baited, and he'll make lots of money off your gullible views if he just asserts things and you'll nod along like cattle and not think about it for 2 seconds and be like, wait, why isn't he showing us these supposedly widespread libtards melting down over Ella Langley's song? Is that really an actual perspective to engage with, or did he just make up a straw man to dunk on for clicks? Anyway, that's just kind of silly. Here's where we get into the bizarre conspiracy of it all. Let's keep going here.
Country music suddenly is topping all of the charts as soon as USAID is defunded, and we no longer have to listen to mumble rap or hedonistic garbage. You can see country music stars here, country music stars, country music. Interesting. Haven't seen a rap song at the top of the charts in a very long time. Ella Langley's Choosing Texas has now dethroned all of the queens of pop music, traded for true American culture, which is country music. It surpassed We Belong Together by Mariah Carey and I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. USAID gets defunded, and non-gay country music starts dominating the charts. Republican women are on a generational run. That's right.
Bro, we cannot be serious. This is the level of discourse and analysis that passes for and has become like the most widespread right-wing political content where people get news and information. And it's just this dude reading slop tweets and making vague, unsubstantiated assertions that somehow the current rise of country music on the top hits charts is because they got rid of USAID. The math isn't mathing, Benny. Also, sit out the gay. Let's not throw jabs at the gay people unless you want to explain why those military.com ads that you were getting, those Google ads, okay? Sit it out unless you want to explain that for me, Benny. But more importantly, I just want to go through this. So this has been fact-checked, this claim, because it is all over, and I'll read here from NewsGuard. NewsGuard's search of the USAID Development Experience Clearinghouse, a database of over 230,000 documents from USAID-funded initiatives, found no record of programs designed to boost or encourage rap music in the U.S. In other words, no evidence that USAID had any significant effect on the initial growth and popularity of rap music, which began in the 1980s, or its decline. And what's interesting is they did find that USAID has actually funded a few programs here and there related to rap music, but they were outside of the country and they were pretty small scale. Now, of course, it's like, I am not saying it's beyond the realm of, I mean, they funded all sorts of random weird stuff, but USAID was mostly about other countries funding things abroad, and where's the evidence? Like, where's the proof? Where are the grants? Show us them. I mean, Elon Musk and Doge, they combed through all of USAID when they were putting it through the wood chipper. So surely if there were grants promoting this degenerate music to keep, America ghetto or whatever the obviously thinly tinged with race baiting narrative here is supposed to be, well, just where's the proof? Well, that's my issue with this. That's why this story really bugged me. These tweets and posts have millions of views. And they're just asserting something with literally no evidence because of a correlation they're just throwing out there and not backing up or even bothering to really connect the dots. And that's why I hate this. That's why this bothers me so much. That's why this is rubbing me the wrong way. What happened to any sort of journalistic integrity or seriousness before making claims to your millions of followers? What happened to any sort of fact-checking or evidence-based arguments and coverage of issues? Now we just post slop because we think gullible boomers will eat it up. And these people, I don't know, they'll get clicks, so they'll get more. Don't you have enough clicks and enough money at some point that it's not worth just beclowning yourself like this? Making these assertions with no basis in reality and not even bothering to try to explain them or provide any evidence. It's just such a microcosm of everything that has gone wrong with the digital media ecosystem and the internet, the age of influencers. You know what? This is what I do as well. So I'm not even, I certainly don't view it as an illegitimate enterprise, this digital media environment, but it should be done in a way where even though you have to be entertaining, even though you have to clickbait, I'm not above any of that. It should be done in a way where you're still rooted in facts and real sources, and you're not just pushing bull slop to your audience. And the audiences need to wake up, because these people are insulting you when they do this. I don't know if people realize that, but Benny Johnson isn't actually as stupid as the character he plays on YouTube. He probably knows this is ridiculous, but he just knows that it's chum he can throw in the waters, and his chud fans will be like, oh, yeah, oh, USAID, gay, rap music, libtard, and he'll get money, and his accounts will keep growing, and he'll get to be, an important person in the ways that he wants to be considered an important person. But he probably knows that these things are not connected, or at least that he has provided no evidence that they are, right? He probably does know that. And so if I was an audience member of a content creator, whether it's Candace Owens, whether it's these TikTokers on the left who push all this insane fake news and nonsense constantly that I call out, or it's these slop people on the right in MAGA YouTube, if I was somebody who watched their content and they presented me with just transparent, pandering slop that's just obviously unsubstantiated like this, I would feel insulted. You should feel insulted by this, because they are insulting your intelligence and daring you to not punish them in any way. But they know that the incentive structures on online media are so broken that it just won't hurt them at all. So at the end of the day, I don't think this is really a big deal about congrats to Ella Langley. It's a good song. I don't really care that it's number one. I'm not a music person. But there are many possible explanations for that. And maybe rap music is gone for good. Maybe it's more than just a temporary dip in interest in it. I have no idea. What I can tell you is that while nothing is impossible and they fund random stuff with USAID, you shouldn't see a random phenomenon playing out and blame it on a government agency, even though there's no logical connection and zero documents or evidence of any kind. And when you find yourself doing that, you're officially just totally lost the plot. That's my take, but you guys can let me know what you think of this new conspiracy theory floating around the right wing on the internet and of my pushback. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you aren't yet, do hit the like button while you're at it and consider becoming a channel member to support me. Listen, I call out the far left and the far right, and more importantly, I only talk about things that are real. I only talk about things that are actually happening. So I am at a competitive disadvantage to all the entertainment slop political YouTubers like Candace or Benny or their left-wing equivalents who can always compete for clicks better because they just make up things. And so they always have something more interesting to sell. So I'm never going to be like that, which means I do need support from viewers like you who support my mission and actually value fact-based commentary. And you can support me by hitting the join button and becoming a channel member now or clicking the link in the pinned comment. With that, guys, we'll leave it there for this one and be back with more real soon.